what's going on, everybody? It's Nate coming back here. So, in the last video, I talked about getting up early and how I felt like doing that helped me get this good load running to California. So now I just finished doing my laundry and I'm going to sleep for the night, and tomorrow morning we'll really start the 4-day trip. So I'm about to get some sleep, and I'll try to update along the way. This is my first, well, it's not my first multi-day trip, because I had a trip from Ohio to South Texas, but this is the longest trip that I've ever had, running from the East Coast to the West Coast. And it's the first one where my hours are really tight. So I'm going to really have to pay attention to my clock. I got to make sure I get off duty when I pull into truck stops and don't burn up any more of my 70-hour clock than I have to. I got to treat it very preciously, like gold, because when I'm running up against this long trip, and I'm going to be short on hours. I think I'm going to have to pay attention to what I'm doing. All right, I'll get back to you when I get a little further down the road. Check this out. I just got into my parking spot. I'm in Amarillo, Texas. This is day 2 of the 4-day run to California. I was tired yesterday. Drove through the rain all day and landed in Forest City, Arkansas. I stayed at a Walmart, and I was too tired to keep up with the video. But day 2, this is what I want to show you. I ran 677 miles today. I got 9 minutes left on my drive clock. That's cutting it close. But I had plan A, plan B, plan C. I will continue this tomorrow. I was originally planning on tomorrow going to Winslow, Arizona, and just taking it easy in Winslow. But I think now I'm going to revisit that, because I'm pretty sure I can get further on down the road, because I made it an extra 60 miles today. That is a new record for me.
You have 0 hours and 9 minutes of remaining drive time.
Yes, thank you for telling me that. 677 miles. It's going to be hard to ever beat that, I think, for me, in a governed truck, governed at 65. All right, I will get back to you in the magic of television. I'll be in Arizona before you know it. All right, the magic. It's a day later. It's the end of the 3rd day of this 4-day trip, heading from Virginia to California. And I just parked it with 59 minutes on my drive clock, so I didn't cut it quite as close as yesterday. I only drove 616 miles today. Today was the easiest driving of the 3 days so far. The first day was rain all day long. When I left Virginia, I drove from Virginia to Arkansas. Rain, bad rain. Second day, I drove from Arkansas to Amarillo, Texas. And the rain, I got out of the rain, but it was super windy. I mean, 2 hands on the steering wheel, hanging on, just really windy. It started as a crosswind, coming from the south, and then through Oklahoma, and then when I got into Texas, it was like it was coming right at me, and it was just, it wasn't impossible driving, but it wasn't easy driving. Today was calm, clear skies, no wind, just beautiful driving. I used the cruise control most of the day today. I am in Flagstaff, Arizona. Let's see if I can zoom in. That's not, let's see, well, that's part of it, but you can't see the big, there's some of it over there, but on the where am I here? On the back side of this is the big part of the mountain. It goes taller, but you just can't see it. I don't know where the actual ski area is. I'm not really sure. I've never skied here before. I've been up to Park City, Utah and Alta. It's weird here because if you're going to come skiing here, from what I can see, this is your only choice. It's not like a mountain range. It's just flat, and all of a sudden there's just this mountain that rises up out of nowhere. I'm thinking might be ski area up in there, but it's beautiful. There's snow. One last look at the Flagstaff Mountain, Arizona, New Mexico. Beautiful scenery today driving. I really enjoyed it. All right, with the magic of television, the next thing you'll see will be California. All right, the magic of television is now Monday morning. I'm supposed to be in Southern California, right? Look at the blue sky. You probably wonder why I'm wearing a winter hat and a winter coat. That's not Southern California. I'm still in Flagstaff, Arizona. Not what I had planned. I'm getting ready to go in and take a shower. When I come back out, I'll fill you in on the details and explain why I'm still in Flagstaff. Be right back. This is the shower at Little America Truck Stop. And they have a big tub, as well as a shower and a toilet. This is better than most amenities. She asked me if I needed soap, shampoo, or mineral soap, bath minerals or something. I didn't know what she meant, but apparently it's for that. Little America, Flagstaff, Arizona. All right. Well, while I was in taking a shower, I got a load assignment. So I was not able to do any video because I had to get right down to Phoenix. So I'm in Phoenix now. What a difference in weather. It was 3 degrees when I woke up this morning in Flagstaff, and it's 60 degrees right down here. Just a 150-mile drive coming down the hill. So here's what happened. I miscalculated when I was going to be getting hours back. I thought I was getting them on Monday, and I'm not getting them until tomorrow. So I only had 4 hours left on my 70 when I pulled into Flagstaff last night, and that's when I realized, and I felt devastated. I felt like I really screwed up. Now that I've thought about it, I'm good. I felt like I failed. I had my mindset so much on this trip, and I knew it was going to be tight, and I was counting on those 7 hours, but I was running so hard, and then when I realized I wasn't going to be able to complete the trip, I just felt like a failure, and it really just bothered me, and I felt like somebody's going to be upset with me. But in all reality, I didn't do anything wrong. I had talked to my manager on Friday when I picked up the load, and he even affirmed that I was getting those hours back on Monday, so we were both a little confused on that. I've done paper logs, and I've never had any problem figuring, my recap or when I'm getting hours on paper logs, but this is the first time I've had to do it on the Qualcomm, and I obviously made a mistake, and I learned. But it all worked out for the good, because I assumed, boy, the sunlight is kind of bad here. Okay, well, I assumed that I was going to be there for a 34-hour recap in Flagstaff. I figured I would be stuck there all day today, and then I'd get a fresh 70 tomorrow. So I was just preparing I was going to go out to the town and check it out and have a bite to eat. And while I was in the shower, I got the load assignment. And so I had 4 hours on my, 4 hours today, but I only had to drive an hour and a half to get down here. It was easy because so what happened was they repowered my load. Last night a guy came up from Phoenix and we swapped trailers, so I got an empty trailer. So I missed out on the last 370 miles of the trip to California. But it really turns out, other than missing out on those miles, I recouped 150 miles today, deadheading down here, which I get paid for. So I really only missed out on 150 miles. And then I lost out on the tarp pay on that load, $25, taking the tarps off. But I get $25 for repowering. So they're paying me the same. And the repowering was a lot easier than taking the tarps off. Now that guy has to go, he's probably there, probably delivered, but he's got to take the tarps off. So I really got the better end of the deal, because now I'm in Phoenix. I'm gonna get loaded. I got 2 hours left on my clock, drive clock. I'm off duty right now, so I'm not burning my clock. And then there's a truck stop. Once I get loaded, there's one right close by, there's a Love's. I think I'm gonna just go sit there for the night. Then tomorrow I'll get 7.5 hours back, so I can drive that distance. Plus whatever I have left today, I'm probably gonna have an hour left. So I can drive like 8.5 hours tomorrow. And the next day I'll get 9. Then I'll start gaining hours every day, because I had some long days in there. So I gotta run this load up to Vancouver, Washington. So it's a pretty good 3-day run. I think I gotta deliver on Thursday, so today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, it's gonna be, well, 4 days including today. And then hopefully we'll see if I can keep it rolling. I get there early Thursday, stick with my plan, you know, of getting as early as I can, getting there as early as I can. Maybe I'll get another great weekend load. So it's really working out all for the best. I'm over the mental, you know, mentally I was just feeling like a failure. But I didn't do anything wrong. And the fact of the matter is I ran hard to get that load from Virginia all the way to Flagstaff in 3 days. And you know, the last little bit was easy. It was easy for that guy, and I would have ended up 1 hour and 21 minutes short of my time. You know, I would have had to stop about 90 miles from the destination. So that puts a cap on that trip that I never completed. But boy, it is nice down here in Phoenix, and this is a nice, good weather. I'm gonna back into the building, and then when this guy pulls out, I'm gonna back in. They're gonna load me. Everything I see is nice in boxes. It's building materials. I was worried it was gonna be rolled roofing, but I just went inside and I don't see any rolled roofing. It all looks like packaged. It might be roofing, but it's all boxed. So I think it's going to be a nice, good square load to secure and tarp. And it's nice and dry and flat. There's a huge area I got to pull out to secure the load, which won't be any deal. So I'm really, once again, energized and ready to roll. Let's keep it rolling. What a beautiful ride that was coming down from Flagstaff. They had a bunch of snow up there, and it was nice coming down empty, because it's quite a hill coming down 17 south. But I never touched my service brake once the whole way, because I was just on the Jake brake. I wasn't under load, so it was an easy run for me, and just beautiful scenery. Real quick, guys, I had to pull over. It was a scenic view. I got just taking a 2-minute break. Just want to share this. This is Arizona. Just coming out of Flagstaff, coming down Route 17, heading down to Phoenix. We had a big snowstorm a few days ago. They got 5.5 feet up in the mountains in Flagstaff. This is just gorgeous. I mean, I can't believe I'm getting paid to do this. This truck driving gig, getting paid to see the country. What a beautiful country we have. I've been across all over the East Coast for the past few weeks. Now I'm headed down to Phoenix, and then I'm going to be heading up the West Coast, up to California, up to Vancouver, Washington. So the only thing I'm missing is the Rocky Mountains, and who knows, that could be the next trip. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Alright, I got to get back rolling. The clock is ticking. One last thing before I end this. just coming down about 20 miles north of Phoenix, I started seeing signs that donkey signs, a donkey crossing, or like when you see the deer crossing sign. Well, it was a donkey next 20 miles. I'd never heard it. So I looked for a donkey. I was looking. I thought I saw one. I got all excited, and as I got closer, it was just a cactus. It was shaped like a donkey. So I did not see a single donkey. There was 3 signs for donkeys, but I didn't see them. I don't know where they are. Maybe they hide. Maybe they during the day. Maybe they're bedded down. I don't know where the donkeys hang out during daylight, but I didn't see any. I would like to. I really would. I didn't know there was such thing as wild donkeys. I never heard of such a thing. But apparently, north of Phoenix, they got them running around running around in the cactus bushes. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.